and also possibly Form 5, because we're talking about an examination topic, to say it better, of CSEC. And the topic of this video is the relationship between citizens and government, like you can see here. The relationship between citizens and government, like you can see here. And that's the topic of this video. So we have the citizens who pay taxes, who have rights, who have obligations. And also it's the same for government. The government has certain duties, obligations, but it also has certain limitations. So we're going to talk about that. And it's in your book on page 57. So if you take your book in front of you on page 57, this book, Social Studies for CSEC, and you take page 57 in front of you, and then that page would look like this. Yeah, the relationship between, like you can see here, the relationship between citizens and government, like you can see here. That would be smart to take in front of you. I work for Sky, as you know, and we're looking at part 10 of chapter 3. And we're preparing our test week. That will be about the total of chapter 3, unit 3, about government. And this paragraph also has a so-called learning outcome. A learning outcome, that is the thing that you must be able to do, the knowledge that you must have, the skills that you must have when you've studied this part 10 of unit 3, chapter 3. You should be able to do the following things or have the following skill. You have to be able to describe the relationship between citizens, and governments as stated in the Constitution. The Constitution is the most important document of a country, where you find all the obligations of the government, all the limitations of government, and also the responsibilities and rights and freedoms of people in the country. In the last two videos, I talked about the following things. In the last two videos, I talked about the Constitution and how the Constitution protects the citizens from the government, and also it limits the power of the government. I also talked about the importance of voting. Each 4 years incurs how you can vote for a new government and how important that voting actually is. I talked about the universal rights of man, starting during the French Revolution and the Enlightenment, that in the whole world we have like a declaration of rights and freedoms pardon me, of man, a very important document that is important for all constitutions in the world. We have authoritarian governments, in which one person or a group makes all the important decisions without the consent of the people or without any possibility for the people to participate in decision making. Yeah, and we're now going to talk about further about human rights and freedoms. So a right is something that you're allowed to do, not obligated, and a freedom is in that same direction, but it's like a freedom that government allows you to do. Like I said, more or less these things are more or less in the same direction. Yeah. So the constitutions of Commonwealth Caribbean countries contain a Bill of Rights that provides the legal protection. So it offers protection from the law, legal protection for the rights and freedoms of individual citizens. Yeah. So the Constitution of Commonwealth Caribbean offers a Bill of Rights, and this is a legal protection of citizens and of their rights and of their freedoms. These are based on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So it's a declaration, officially declares a Declaration of Human Rights. So it's an official declaration, and what? an official declaration of human rights. So you and me, everybody on this planet, is protected by this official declaration of human rights, actually. We continue. These are based on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the official declaration, actually here, Declaration of Human Rights. The Bill of Rights protects citizens from attacks or damage on any grounds, including race, origin, where you come from, religion, political opinions, color, or creed. And creed is more or less the same as what you believe in. Yeah. So the Bill of Rights protects citizens from discrimination. Discrimination is like that you're being treated differently than another citizen. Discrimination on any grounds, any reasons that could possibly be discrimination, like you can see here, on any grounds, including the following. So you're not allowed to be discriminated on basis on being a woman or a man, or on having a lighter or a darker skin color, or on the basis of believing in God or not believing in God, or being a Muslim or a Hindu. So you're not being allowed to discriminate on basis of your race, religion, political opinions, being a socialist, a liberal, being for MFK or being for Causa Prime or being for color of your skin or creed. Yeah, so this declaration, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, protects you from discrimination on any grounds possible. Let's continue, people. So that is actually this document that you can see here. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And universal means that it counts for every human being on planet Earth. Yeah? Let's continue. The Declaration Universal, the Declaración Universal de Derechos Humanos. Yeah? In other words, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Universal, saying that it goes for everybody on our planet Earth, and Derechos Humanos means that there are human rights that go for everybody on this planet. A very important document that was signed after the Second World War by, amongst other people, Eleanor Roosevelt. She was the wife of the American president during the Second World War. And since then, this document has been a very important document all around the world, among other places, written among other organizations by the United Nations, by the UN. So the United Nations is the most important creator and founder and backer of this document, the United Nations, also known as the UN, United Nations. One of the most important founders of this document, actually. Yeah? Let's continue, people. The Declaración Universal de Derechos Humanos, very important. Then, you see it again next to me. The citizens, besides having a lot of rights written down in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, like you can see above, they also have responsibilities. And responsibilities are things that you have to do. Yeah. For instance, unfortunately, paying taxes. Not a nice thing. You have to pay them. We often call them in Papiamento belasting, but actually the correct word is impuesto. And we also have to obey, listen to the law. Obey the law. So citizens help promote good governance by, so how do we make sure that there's good governance? We can do something too. We can promote it, good governance, by obeying the law and paying taxes. Yeah. So although they're not very nice to do, they're heavy, they're not pleasant, They are important because the government needs to do their thing, but people in the country also need to do their thing. They also have a responsibility, responsabilidad también. And it's not a very pleasant thing to do. Yeah, it's something that is a responsibility for us as citizens, but it's still important. Protecting public property, like the school. We're not allowed to wreck the school. We're not allowed to wreck the police station. We're not allowed to wreck the public offices. We have to assist the police in maintaining law and order, serving on a jury when requested. Yeah, participating in, although it's not obligated, but it's a very important responsibility, elections. It's very, when we participate in elections, there's a higher chance that we have a good government, literally, and also thinking about that choice on a responsible manner. So participating in elections, very important too, taking part in them, and also protecting the environment. It's also important and ensures good governance, because good governance is just not about the government, it's also about the citizens. It's actually also about us, we the people that pay taxes and live in the country. Yeah. So in this way, by taking care of the environment, taking care of planet Earth on a responsible manner, taking care of the government buildings, taking care of the planet, the environment, we also help in promoting good governance, and it can also be seen as a responsibility of the citizens. Yeah. Then, the last part of this video, the role of the so-called ombudsman. So we talked about the responsibilities of citizens. We talked about the Declaration of Human Rights, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We're now going to talk about the Ombudsman. And in class 3 of 2024, 2025, I had, in the beginning of this year, I had representatives of the Ombudsman visiting my class. So the Ombudsman is an official, an organization who is working to improve the government, and he's appointed to investigate complaints made by citizens, ciudadano, complaints made by ciudadanon, citizens, against public authorities, and to ensure that citizens' interests are not abused. Malusa, abusa. So to ensure that the citizens and their interests and their rights are not trampled upon or not abused. That's a very important role of Ombudsman. And its office had been like reconstructed and renovated, and it's close in Salinha, close by the school where I teach you guys. It's next to the Burger King in Salinha, close by actually. You drive into Salinha from the other direction, you can see the beautiful building of the Ombudsman with big letters in front of it, and it's a very important organization. Yeah, because it also tries to fight people when they have problems with the bureaucracy of government. Think papimento no se llama así que burocracia. Burocracia no se llama así que when you are in a situation with government, you need a new permit for something, or you need to pay taxes, but it isn't just, or it is unfair, and you try to connect with government, but you cannot get through the papers, you cannot get through the bureaucracy of stamps and forms that you have to sign, and offices that you have to write to, like you can see here. So the Ombudsman also tries to help people when they have issues, when they have dealings, when they have problems, getting through with the bureaucracy, burocracia de governo, the bureaucracy of government. So the Ombudsman defends human rights, il diritto umano, resolves conflicts between citizens and government. That sometimes happens. Sometimes also the government makes mistakes, and the Ombudsman tries to help people, citizens, where they have this issue, and ensures transparency, honesty, and good governance. So the Ombudsman defends human rights, very important. It defends human rights, resolves conflicts between citizens and government, and ensures transparency, honesty, and good governance. Yeah, it makes sure that people do not get stuck in bureaucracy between the stacks of papers and between the signing of the letters to government, but it tries to help citizens, ciudadanen, when they get stuck in their communication towards government, when you have to have a permit, or you need a new cedula, or you need certain documents from government. Government can be very complicated and difficult, and to help people in their contact with government in the whole paperwork of bureaucracy, like you can see here. The Ombudsman is also an organization that can help people in all of their dealings with the government, like you can see here, in all the bureaucracy that government can cause, like you can see here and here. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have questions, ask them below. If you want to subscribe, probably you can do that somewhere here right now. If you want to go to the next video, there's still one video to go about essentials of good governance. You can go into the corner over there to the next video I will make somewhere next week. And for now, a very good morning, afternoon, or evening. And for now, a very well meant goodbye.